talked about the health of your lungs. We did a call on rebooting your brain, how to have amazing gut health. But today we're talking about how cholesterol, let me get it right now, how to unblock your arteries and clear cholesterol with mitochondria and what you need to know to put in your oatmeal, okay?
Make sure y'all get your drinks.
All of that is going to be amazing, let me tell you. But before we do, let me
Pens,
introduce you to us.
pads, take notes.
Now, you might know that we're a nutraceutical company.
Don't want to miss this.
For making these profoundly effective products for people and their pets. There's a really good reason for that. It's because of this very special, very unique technology that our scientist, Dr. Bevan Elliott, who's been my partner since 2015, created. I think he's pioneering a new way to make all of this healthier. Here's how he wants to do it. He wants to increase the amount of energy that your cells produce. What? Because everything takes energy, you know? A good analogy for this is the electricity going into your house. If I were to start turning that down, you know your lights will start to dim. If I keep doing it, the appliances will start to malfunction, and ultimately, they will stop working altogether, right? Well, that's kind of the way we are when we go through life. We start out with a lot of what's called mitochondria. That would be that component in your cells that produces the energy that your body runs on. And you started out with a lot of it. You remember then, that's when you were a kid. You had all the energy. You ran, you jumped, you played, you know, you rested, you went back at it the next day, right? But later in life, not so much. Okay, that's because you lose mitochondria for a lot of reasons other than aging. I'm talking about the things that you get into in terms of diseases. If you had COVID, for example, you lost a lot of mitochondria, probably did not get them all back. If you have high blood pressure, if you've got diabetes, all these kinds of things damage and accelerate the loss of mitochondria. So much so that by the time we get to about 60, typically we've lost half of these mitochondria. Okay? Now, what was happening?
Exactly.
What was happening as that was going on? Well, a lot of people, they don't see it well. Right? I mean, maybe you're at the point where you're not reading fine print as well, or you're nearsighted, or you're farsighted, or you have to get a stronger prescription and whatnot. Lost mitochondria. How about your strength and stamina? Have you figured out you're not a spring chicken anymore? Okay, right? How can you have the strength and stamina, power your skeletal muscles, keeping your posture right? How can you do that if you lost half of it by the time you're 60, on your way to 5 or 10% by the time you're 80 or 90? Okay? That's getting kind of tough, right? What about the way your body manages its vital systems? I'm talking about your blood pressure. I'm talking about your blood sugar. And how about that weight that we talked about last week, which was our topic, healthy weight management, right? All those things are more challenging as we get older, in part because we've lost the mitochondria that we had when we were younger that was helping us manage that, right? Immune system. It's got to protect us from everything that's coming at us, right? You think that doesn't take energy? Of course it does. Well, how can it do as good a job if you've lost substantial amounts of that energy production? It can't. Okay? So what does Dr. Elliott and MoreMito want to do about all that? Real simple, wants to grow it back. Because what he did was he decoded those signals that your body normally sends, still a lot of them when you were younger, not so much lately, right? Found substitutes for them in nature, put it in our formulation, then amplified it with this amazing XDS technology, which is reorganized the molecules of all the ingredients that you see on our product labels, so they don't just get in your bloodstream like everybody else's did, or maybe even into the cell. They got to get all the way in your mitochondria where the real magic can happen, and then we talk about it every one of our calls every week. That product line that contains it is called UltraMito and Ultra Mitochondria, and that's what Dale's going to come back and talk to you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first product I want to talk about is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream. It's for your skin. It's for your skin from head to toe. You massage it into your scalp. You put it in your hair. And it's for anything that disturbs your skin. A scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish. Anything disturbing your skin. We've got testimonials in the back office about the impact it's had on severe varicose veins, on cellulite, on stretch marks, on even the wrinkles on your face. And it does what it does because it doesn't just sit on your skin, it soaks through your skin, soaks down to the bone, helps your ligaments, your tendons, it helps with your muscles and your joints, your back joints, your knee joints, and your hands and feet. Listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that could start as tingling and become extremely severe, you're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Listen to the testimonials. They're astounding. Next, I want to talk about Restore 3.0. It's our third generation product. Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan has taken several elements of each and uses them in a unique way. With olive oil, he takes several elements and uses them to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that's the unique thing. You've heard you've been losing it all your life. You're lucky to have 50% in your 50s and 60s, as low as 10% in your 70s and 80s, and your body can't function. There's no energy. Dr. Bevan can increase it back to a younger age. All of a sudden, your body starts to work the way it used to, the way it's supposed to, the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's on a cellular level. Cellular energy is steady. It's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a hit of caffeine or sugar with a big high followed by a deep valley crash. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to start and complete a task without a need to rest. Or how about the disappearance of your brain fog? That's a good thing. How about something strenuous, like a long bike ride that has a very short recovery time before you're right back in the game? Look, cellular energy is unique. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan blends to create a bottle of Restore. And I mean create in a major way. You don't just dump a bunch of ingredients in a pot, stir them up, pour it into a bottle, and call it Restore. It takes 8 weeks to make a bottle of Restore. It is a process. And part of it is Dr. Bevan will tell you if you take a handful of vitamins, you'd be lucky if a third of that handful is in a complete waste. Overpowered and canceled out by other things in that handful of items. They have to be properly blended, and then, of course, the critical thing, the unique thing, is the XDS that lets your body use them. That's Restore 3.0. Our newest product is called Renew. Some of the ingredients Dr. Bevan needs us to have so our body can increase mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. They have to be delivered dry. So we have these tiny capsules with the additional ingredients to increase your mitochondria. Renew, brain, and body stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore, helps with blood flow in the legs and the feet, the body, and the blood flow in the brain, helps with the firing of the synapses in the brain. Renew, brain, and body, an incredible addition. Finally, some of the most important members of our family are the pets that we own. The most viewed videos on social media are videos of pets, and they suffer. Look, if you've got a dog that can hardly walk up and down the stairs, it's become lethargic, just lays around, certainly is not playing fetch and running after bikes like it used to. If you've got a cat that's laying around and shedding and hacking up fur balls, look, animals have mitochondria, and they suffer just like we do. And they're also kosher to all the bad things in the environment. The chemicals we put on the rugs when we clean them, the things we put on the lawn to make it grow. They're even allergic to things in the environment just like we are. You want to bring a dog quickly back to puppy stage, a cat back to kitten stage, then you give them pet life and increase their mitochondria. The thing I love about animals, there's none of this, gee, I think I kind of feel better. Right. You can see the change, and it happens quick. And that's true with all of our products. They work, and they work on what your body needs when you combine our products with your DNA. So 4 products: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew, Brain and Body, and Petlife. There's nothing like what these products can do. To hear more about that, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale.
If you haven't got your pens and papers, you want to get your pen and paper because you want to make sure you take notes.
Cholesterol.
And get you something to drink.
Unblocked arteries with more mitochondria. Just knowing what to put in your oatmeal. We're going to touch on all of that. And we're going to start with Dr. Joy Scott. You know, she is out of Atlanta. She's a nutritionist been in the field for a long time. They'll find her and put her to the top for me, please.
I've got her
right here. So Dr. Joy, you with me? She's getting unmuted. Okay, so
yes.
let's set this up this way. You just did an amazing call in the nutritional counseling and whatnot. But we're going to normalize this conversation about cholesterol. Cholesterol is really a construction material. Your body uses it everywhere, everywhere, really, all over, right? It makes cells, builds vitamins, makes hormones with that, okay? And your body actually makes all the cholesterol you need in your liver. However, we are also taking it from food sources, stuff you eat. If you binge eat on cashews like I used to, it brings it in, and certainly from animal products and byproducts and so forth, you get that too. All right? Now, the problem comes in, though, when you got this imbalance between your low density, quote-unquote, good cholesterol and high density cholesterol kind of thing. And you can have a problem. So the good, you got the bad, but you got the ugly when that stuff becomes inflamed and whatnot. But there's an answer to it that you talked about in your counseling a bit ago. There's some new science that shows how you can use things in your food that involve oatmeal and whatnot to actually help you with that. So among your comments, please, tell people why that's the case and why it's important for them to pay attention to it. Go right ahead.
Okay, we are so excited to now put the plaque, HDL, LDL all in order, and we can have it for our breakfast. That is such a wonderful thing. And so, just like Roger said, they tested 83 different foods, herbs, fruits, all of these things, but they brought 83 down to 6 different foods that you could add to your oatmeal and clean out your arteries and have your nitric oxide restored so that you could get your cholesterol back in balance instead of you thinking you got to take this drug for the rest of your life, and it's not really doing much at all. So we're going to put you back in the driver's seat and turn you on to what are these foods that they've done all this research on. So one of the first one, yes, of course, it is the oatmeal. And what does the oatmeal do? Well, it's going to help clean the plaque out of your arteries. That is what it's going to do. Strengthen those artery walls. It's going to cause you to detox your colon and like we say, rebuild your nitric oxide. That's what the oatmeal is doing. And so, and what are we going to add to the oatmeal? Here are some of the ones that made such a big difference. The big difference is the number one, flaxseed. Flaxseed has all this omega-3 in it, and the lignans, and so these are breaking down and helping to clean the plaque, strengthen the walls. You know, we have aneurysms. It's going to strengthen the walls of the arteries and clean those arteries out. And so the LDL is like the bad cholesterol. The HDL is the good cholesterol. And then you may hear that they kind of refer to them as something else, like they will refer to them as a, what is it? Arteriosclerosis. That's the hardening of the outside of the arteries. And then the atheria inside of the arteries. And you want to know that these are in good health by making this power miracle bowl with the oatmeal. So the first thing, we put the flaxseed in. But we would never buy flax already ground because it's going to likely be rancid, and those lignans won't be able to go to work. They would have lost most of their power. So you could buy whole flax seeds, or if you could buy it where all the air is pressed out, you could buy them cut. But usually that is not the case. So you're putting in 1 tablespoon of flaxseed into your bowl of oatmeal. But the oatmeal, you would have boiled it. Now you got a little piping hot bowl of oatmeal with a little bit of water. Put you in 1 tablespoon of flaxseed. Move right on to turmeric. We're going to make up this little turmeric blend. The turmeric is 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder with 1/4 of a teaspoon of freshly ground black peppercorns. So you grind those up. You got the peppercorns, and you're going to put it with some coconut oil, like 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. Just stir it right there in a little hot pan, and it's smelling really nicely. And then you'll dump that into, this is going to help you be able to make this cleansing of your arteries very rapidly. You stick it there, and it hangs with you all day. In case you eat something a little bit off during the rest of the day, it's going to hang in your bloodstream for 8 hours. So now you've got turmeric, and the black pepper helps you to digest it. It's pulling all those active ingredients into place to help you get all of the cleansing from the oatmeal as well as the turmeric. And you're going to put that in. And so there are 6 of them. There are more for you to get. And there is a Dr. Thomas D. Laura. He's on YouTube. You can go right there, and you can find all of these wonderful secrets out. And by doing this oatmeal with all these power foods in it, from the flaxseed to pomegranate to Ceylon cinnamon, you're going to find out it's going to decrease your systolic about 15 points down, and it's going to decrease your diastolic blood pressure ratings down by 7 points. So systolic, because your systolic is the food you're eating. You've got to clean that up. And the diastolic is stress. And that's what oatmeal, it really works with your nerves and stress and depression, all of that wonderful stuff.
Wow.
Grab those recipes from Dr. Thomas DeLaura. Thank you.
All right, thank you,
Didn't know
Dr.
all those
Joy.
things.
Yeah.
Right.
All of those articles are going to be included with the recording for this call at the end. So you'll be able to go in your back office, get Dr. Lowry, Dr. Whitmore, and 2 other articles in addition to those YouTube videos right there. You'll want to check that out. Okay, thank you, Dr. Joy.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Knowledge is power, guys. You got to get on here so you can get educated.
All right, so HDL and LDL, they're drugs. They haul cholesterol around your system because, right, they got taken to all the construction sites in your body that needs it. All right? Now, the HDL, because you can have more cholesterol than you need, right? Your liver, we just said, is making enough of it, but you're going to get stuff in from food sources. And it's going to try to haul out the excess, deliver it to your liver so your liver can get rid of it. The LDL, it's hauling into your arteries itself. You put that together with some inflammatory conditions with your endothelial cells, and that's when you can have problems like heart attacks, strokes, okay, and narrowing of the arteries, which can lead to poor blood circulation really any place in your body. If it's in your brain, it's going to be a transient ischemic attack, a mini stroke can happen. Okay? So if you have had a heart attack or you're being monitored to help you prevent one, then the doctor's always looking closely at that. So what we've done on our side is, again, our technology, we don't try to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases. our whole approach is to regrow your mitochondria and reinforce your body's ability to fix you, okay? So what I want you to hear from right now is James Gibson, my interview with him, talking about his last visit with his doctor where they were monitoring his cholesterol and whatnot.
Yeah, actually, what my doctor said was saying that my cholesterol was very good, you know. And I contribute that to taking my MoreMito.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, you know, I already not stopped completely, but I don't take as much as my metformin for my blood, my big diabetes. He told me some time ago I could decrease that.
What is A1C?
I don't know all those A1C. I just know that sometimes I used to take my blood sugar and it'd be up to 160, 165, and then it'd be down in the 120, 125 or 120 or something like that.
What was it before you got on the store?
That's when I think it was up to 160 to 170, somewhere on that neighborhood.
And now it's down to 120. So
Yeah.
what about your cholesterol? Well, what would it say about your cholesterol pre the store versus now?
Well, cholesterol was really, really high. Every time I go to the doctor now, like Friday, I went to the doctor, and he commended me. He said, well, your cholesterol is good as usual. You know, so instead of having to go to the doctor to get my blood work every 3 months, I can go every 6 months.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, James.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that inflammatory condition that can happen when the inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium is what it's called, is damaged. LDL cholesterol, the low-density lipoproteins, that's what that is. It can get stuck in there, and it can become oxidized and inflamed. Now, that inflammatory situation is going to cause your body to get into an autoimmune situation where it's going to call in immune system cells, macrophages, because what they do is they eat up things. Like macrophage stands for macro, Latin for big, phage, eater. They're big eaters. They consume stuff. So they're going to go in and try to eat up and remove that. Okay, but they get stuck too. They get stuck, and when these macrophages they'll collect as much cholesterol as they can. They call them, they'll look like they're like white cotton, like balls. They'll die. And now you got more inflammation, which is going to call for more immune systems to come in and try to remove that. So a mess has become a bigger mess, right? And now your body's response to that is, okay, well, let's just wall this off. So now you got calcium coming to try to create this wall. So the plaque is starting to build up between the cholesterol, the dead immune system cells, and the calcium is brought. You got a bigger and bigger plaque situation. This is going to lead to a narrowing of arteries, and this is happening all over your body, all right? If it's happening in your brain, narrowing that blood supply, it's going to start to cause your brain to malfunction. And if you got a friend like Shirley Baker has, and you're exhibiting those symptoms, they may say something like, Shirley, you're having a stroke. You got a blood test back that was drawn after 2 weeks of using Restore, and you were giddy with excitement.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. I'm a few weeks short of being 75. Last year, May 29th, I had a TIA. Put me in the hospital for 4 days. My husband passed in September, but I promised him I'd take care of myself. And so that following week, I went in and had my blood work done. So when the results came back, my primary was laughing. I could see her eyes sparkling. I had a mask on, I could see her laughing. She goes, your report came back so much better than I anticipated. And she was excited. And that made me happy. And we went over it because she had seen my results, what had happened to me in May. And I had vitamin D deficiency. My cholesterol, my good cholesterol was down. I was borderline diabetic. A couple of other things also. So I thought, I needed to have a blood draw. I was having some situations with my heart, and I thought I needed to get it taken care of. So I went and had a blood draw done, and came back no longer pre-diabetic. Cholesterol is beautiful. What else was it? I mean, it was all awesome, absolutely awesome. And it was just with being on the product to the Restore for 2 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks.
That is remarkable.
It's like, I was absolutely giddy with excitement, absolutely. I didn't change anything else. That's all I did. I added that to my daily regimen. 4 droppers full in the morning, and sometimes, a drop or two or more later on in the day also. But yeah, it just blew me away. I thought that was the most incredible thing to happen.
So, just to have people understand, you had a TIA, that's a transient ischemic attack.
Correct, mini stroke.
Right, mini stroke, and it occurs as a result of a buildup of cholesterol in the arteries supplying blood and nutrients to the brain.
Yeah, and a whole lot of stress that makes it release. I think, that it was a very stressful day that day.
Any of the symptoms that you have related to the TIA, do you see them as being affected by Restore?
Yeah, I guess it has gotten better because I don't have those little blackouts where I have to stop and think so much anymore. That I had a time where somebody could say something, I have to kind of like, where do I go with this? What do I say? Because when the TIA happened, I knew everything that was going on around me. I just couldn't respond. That it started out with my right foot spasming, and a neighbor who was a retired RN, called me, and she looked at me, and I couldn't respond to her. And she just looked at me and she goes, "Oh my God, Shirley, you're having a stroke." Yeah, I don't think I'm having as many blank spots that I was having before I started the Restore. I could be in the middle of a conversation and just have to stop and try to figure where I was going with my conversation. And it's greatly improved. And I'm so thankful. God is just being so good to me right now. It's like I'm unbelievable. I'm just so thankful that I've got my mental capabilities.
That is amazing. Okay, so narrowing of arteries in your brain, reducing blood supply is going to cause your brain to malfunction. Okay, simple as that. These buildups of plaque, just narrowing will cause that, but if they break off, the blood vessel breaks. If it's in your brain, it's going to be a stroke. If it's in your heart, it's going to be a heart attack. Whatever it is, it's going to be bad. Okay? Now, let's talk strokes for a moment. I tried to call James Clark in California about this last night, but he didn't answer. So I got with Sergeant Moore. We called Francis and Lindsay Register. You heard me interview them before. Lindsay was in stroke recovery. And so we talked to him specifically about going back and recalling what the status of his cholesterol was. That's what you're about to hear. But let me explain to you how. I'll do that after the end of this thing. I'll talk about how our formulations are nourishing you in addition to regrowing mitochondria to make everything work. It's doing some specific things that affect this accumulation of plaque. I'm speaking with Francis and Lindsay Register. I interviewed you all earlier about Lindsay's stroke recovery, Francis.
Right.
But I want to go back to before he had the stroke. What was the state of the cholesterol? What was the doctor saying about that leading up to the stroke?
Okay, Lindsay kept telling you he had a mini stroke before he had the major stroke. He already had a mini stroke, but he was doing, already before he even did that, he was doing 2 different cholesterol medicines.
Yeah. Okay, so Francis, right before Lindsay had the stroke, what was the status of his cholesterol?
His cholesterol level was very high. The bad cholesterol was high, really high, and they had him on 2 different cholesterol medicines to try to bring it down, but he still had stroke.
And then he subsequently had the stroke, and you get introduced to Mito, Dr. Joy and Sandra, and post-Mito, once you was on Mito, what were they saying about the status of the cholesterol?
After he got on the Mito, then the cholesterol level is down. His cholesterol level is good, and his heart is also good. Better than it's ever been.
Okay.
This is what he got
How
on.
many years was it he was struggling with that?
Long time, really a long time. The heart has been in its cholesterol level, I believe, probably about 15, 20 years.
All right, so post-Mito, restoring mitochondria, all of that. Give me an update on how Lindsay's doing right now.
Right now, Lindsay is doing great. His legs are doing really good. He's walking. He's walking. He don't have any pain in his legs, and because he's using the Rejuvenate on his legs and stuff, and he's getting around really good. He go out to walk every day. Every day he's out walking, and so he's doing really good.
Awesome. So Lindsay, how much better and how much stronger are you walking right now than before Mito?
Better. Much better. Yes. I'm doing it right now. Every day I walk. I move. All the time.
All right.
Every day.
So your voice even sounds stronger and clearer to me than it was last time I talked to you.
Yes, right. I'm doing better. Much better.
Okay. Francis, are you noticing that as well?
Yes.
All right. So it sounds like he continues to improve.
Every day.
All right.
Every day he's getting better. Doing more for himself and everything.
Okay, well, I want to thank both of you for talking to me late at night. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank God for the MoreMito.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay. There are 2 mechanisms that are broken that have to be repaired in order for us to recover from these artery restrictions, plaque buildup, all of that. The first one starts with the HDL being able to haul away that cholesterol. Okay? And it began with damaged endothelial cells. That line, by the way, is only 1 cell thick. 1 cell. So if one of those cells is damaged and not quickly repaired, again, the low density protein is getting stuck in there and getting inflamed. Now, if that's unhealthy, if your ability to remove that is not high, then obviously that's going to continue to build up. Those things can get bigger. Okay. In our formulation, we have really high quality, what's called hyphenolic content olive oil. You can't buy it at the grocery store, okay. And it has got oleocanthal in it, and it is a anti-inflammatory that inhibits the COX-2 enzyme. Now, that COX-2 inhibition is the same mechanism that ibuprofen uses. It's just that our stuff's really natural. So it's a natural anti-inflammatory can help your body take down that inflammation, which is really starting the process of attracting all of these immune cells we just talked about, right? So we do that. All right. So then you got that mechanism working better. So it can haul out that excess protein, very important. The other part of it is that the calcium buildup that occurs, right, as your body tries to wall that off, then you got the calcium there, so we got to bring that out. you hear about K, vitamin K, because the Germans named it, they spell clot with a K, all right? But the other part of it is, it's number 7, it actually migrates calcium from your blood vessels back to your bones, okay? We got to do that. We got to get that. Those gives your body the resources to reduce that plaque and move it out. Okay. Now we got one more mechanism we got to fix, but I'm going to talk to you about that after we listen to the Reverend Enoch. Talked to Reverend Enoch yesterday. All the way back in about 2017, 2018, his wife Shirley had congestive heart failure, blockage in arteries, 90% blocked. Fascinating story. Listen, I've got the pleasure of speaking with Reverend Enoch. Reverend Enoch, a few years ago, when I first met, this is probably 2017, 2018. Your wife Shirley was introduced to us, and she had a very serious health challenge. Could you please tell me what that was and how it was affecting her at that time?
Well, first of all, my wife in her 70s, very, very frail, was a diabetic at that time. She had challenges with her heart arteries. She had gone to the doctors, was having challenges, and the doctors examined her and discovered that her arteries and her heart were 90% blocked. So they had to operate. But she's a very frail individual, and I said she's a diabetic, and they knew that if they operated on her, it was possible they would lose her on the table. So we were preparing for the operation, and one of my wife's girlfriends, Mindy, brought us to Roger Hill and to see if he had a product that could help her. Well, we asked if this product he had, the MoreMito product, could help her, and I know you couldn't answer that at that time, but we were going to give it a try. So they did give us some of the medication. Sorry about that, the supplement. And she took it over a 3-day period. And when she got to that point where she was going to have the operation, they had to look at her once more. And when they did, I am glad they did, because they discovered that her arteries in her heart went from 90% blockage down to 50%.
Wow.
When they saw it was at 50%, they knew it was possible they were going to lose her. They decided not to operate. I know for a fact that saved my wife's life. And she's been better for that. Her arteries were cleared out to the point where she felt better. She was feeling more energetic. And I know that this product saved her life.
Yeah. Now, I had seen Shirley on that previous Thursday. That was when Minnie brought her in and introduced us. We were having this luncheon, and I can tell you she was frail. She sat in front of us, had the weakest voice you can imagine, and we told her honestly, we don't want to be the last person to lie to you. We don't know if what we have can help you or not. Okay, so yeah, I tried. The operation was scheduled for that following Tuesday. We're at a different location on a Thursday, and you were there as she came in, and so that was the questions like, you know, why are you here? Because we were expecting you to have that operation, and we didn't expect to see you get so soon. And she was really, you and she both were like really upbeat spirits at that point, as I recall.
Amen. I thought I was going to lose her. Amen.
Yeah. So that's just remarkable that we had the technology even at that time that by regrowing mitochondria we could, you know, see people reporting those kinds of differences. Now while I have you, I get another call from you later. This time you said that she had been diagnosed with cancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you would, recall what that was and tell me what happened after.
Well, it was actually breast cancer, and they wanted to actually remove her breast, and we knew that we had a product that was doing fantastic things in her body, and we were going to give it a try. So we tried the MoreMito, and that tumor shrank and shrank and shrank, and it got to the point where they could not even see it any longer on the screens, and we knew that MoreMito product had cured her of her cancer. She lived a number of years after that, but that was the turning point in her life. MoreMito had come through for her twice.
Right. I know you felt like it cured her, but reality,
didn't cure.
her mitochondria.
It fixed her
did not cure her, and
mitochondria.
all we did was regrow the mitochondria.
Right.
You guys did that, and when you grow the mitochondria back and give the body the power that it needs, the body does what God designed it to do. It
Fixes
repairs
itself.
itself. So thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Amen to that.
Amen.
And thank you for sharing, Reverend Enoch. I really appreciate it.
All right, my brother, you have a great day on purpose. Thank you.
Okay, let's step into that mitochondrial process, especially if you knew you haven't been on very many of these calls. So, when we spin back up your mitochondria, those nutrients that Dr. Ella chose to do that cause a response. So now let's talk the cholesterol situation first. So those HDL, high density lipoprotein, these trucks that have to haul this cholesterol out and give it to the liver, they got more energy to do that, okay? Those endothelial cells that line your blood vessels that have been damaged need to be repaired. There's more energy to do that, okay? And then there's all this nutrition in there that are just really helpful, anti-inflammatories and other things that, given that the body has energy to do it, it has the cellular respiration, the communication between the cells, that a whole process now to be upregulated. It can happen faster. It can be accomplished better. And you're hearing people throughout these, from Shirley to Reverend Enoch, talk about how fast it happened. She was at 90%. They checked her before they were going to do that procedure and said it was down to 50%. They can't do the procedure. Their protocols won't let them do it. Okay? Now, let me get to the oatmeal part. Dr. Lowry and Dr. Claire, whose YouTube videos will be waiting for you after this call when I put the recording up, they have all identified the foods that you can use to help this process with, right? I mean, you're going to eat anyway. Why not eat the kind of stuff that's going to help you keep your arteries clean? And amazing things can happen when you put it together. This is just a phenomenal delivery system as pertains to things that can help you with your cholesterol management. I'll call it that because cholesterol isn't bad. It's a necessary thing in your body, right? But you can do that. And it amplifies the effects of some very difficult to deliver things like curcumin, for example. That formulation, I'm sure Joy went into this in more detail in the nutritional counseling session. It amplifies the availability of that to 2,000%. 2,000%. So if you will eat that way, if you're concerned at all, okay, about your health in general and about your cardiovascular health in particular, you ought to check this out. Okay, you should go and get those after this call. Do like I did last night, play them over and all this week. Play them over and over again, extract all you need out. You will come to understand that report your doctor gives you when you get a blood test better, right? It's going to talk about calcium and what those numbers are. If the doctor isn't going to tell you about all that, they just want to know basically, at least mine does, is it inbounds or out of bounds, okay? You won't hear things like I'm about to tell you right now. That calcium score that you see on your blood test is talking about how much calcium there is in your blood vessels. If that's high, that is an indicator for potential formation of plaque that can break off, cause you to have a stroke, cause you to have a heart attack, cause your arteries to narrow, worst case scenario, okay? To make that whole mechanism work right, you've got to migrate that out. I just called out the ingredients on our list, K27. You can even add more if you want to. But the other piece to this is that your blood pressure is being affected by the fact that with the endothelium damaged, the cholesterol transport system's broken and whatnot, right? Now your vessels can't be expectable because you're not producing that nitric oxide. That's the signal that tells your blood vessels to expand. So your blood vessels are getting hard. They're literally turning into bone, right? Because that's what calcium does. Bones are made out of calcium, right? And at the same time, they're not expectable because they're not getting those signals. our stuff comes along, immediately impacts that from a mitochondrial perspective, energy-wise, right? And from a nutrition perspective of all those things I mentioned, and others that you can see on the product list, right? But add to it some common sense eating that's going to let you not challenge your body with the formation of this additional cholesterol that you don't need, really, can really start, okay? Now, that said, everything we're talking about that has to do with people also has to do with pets. Every week we look forward to greeting our friend from Ireland, Mick McQuillan. Yeah, Mick with us still? You see him? So Dale's muted or something. I'm not hearing him come back. Mick, just star 5 on your phone if you're there. I'm trying to find him, pop you to the top. I don't see him. Oh, I do see him. Here he is right here. Straight from Ireland, Mick McQuillan of Mick and Kate fame.
I was hiding behind the sofa. You couldn't see me there, Roger. So amazing call, to be honest. Absolutely amazing, and thank you so much. It's always a privilege to be here. You know, I love listening to these calls, and yeah, incredible. My name is Mick McQuillan, and of course I'm here with my dog Coco. We're tuning in like we used to on a Saturday, and yeah. So as Roger was saying, like Kate and I, my wife Kate and I, we've got this amazing business called Pets of Ireland. And, you know, it's Ireland's largest, most recommended, most trusted in-home pet care company. Been around for about a decade and a half, delivered well over 500,000 pet care service, thousands and thousands of customers all over Ireland. And it's a privilege because we get to look after these amazing little creatures, right? And that's what the product does exactly what we do in our business. You know, in business, our focus is always about helping someone feel better about something that makes them feel bad with their pet. You know, and that's exactly what this product does. That's what it did for me. You know, like 5-6 years ago now. You know, like, you know, my dog Coco. She was like 12 years old. She could barely. Yeah, she was on foot. If you're new to this call, look, you probably haven't heard this story. But if you've been here before, you heard it, you know, a million times. But you know, we did to her at 10 o'clock one Sunday morning. And at 5 o'clock that night, she just ran up the stairs. And Kate and I were standing in the kitchen, and we were watching this, and we looked at each other, and we kind of, you know, don't believe your lying eyes type thing, you know. But it just kept getting better and better. Now, of course, we're on a journey with her. You know, she's like 17 now. And, you know, about a year and a half ago, year and a third ago, October 2024, you know, she started having these, what the vet called them was little mini strokes, right? Now, we've always had her on the product since we got it. We've never taken her off it. You know, like if we, you know, maybe, you know, if we get to order a bottle or something like that, we don't forget anymore because we're on the auto ship, right? But, you know, so, you know, you forget to order a bottle and you go a couple of days without, and you can see the difference in her, you know? So we're never without it anymore. But about October 2024, you know, she started having these little mini strokes. We're talking about once. Obviously, we took her to the vets. The vet put her on medication, and the strokes, little mini strokes, went from, you know, once a week to about once every 10 days. And vet said, "Look, there's nothing else that you can do. You know, she's on all the things that she can be on." Now, we hadn't told them about MoreMito, but she was getting like we give Coco about 3 ml right in the morning, and we were saying, "Well, do you know what? We need to do something different. You know, why don't we double, you know, the MoreMito? Why don't we just double what we're giving her?" And so we went from giving her 3 ml in the morning. She now gets 3 ml in the morning and 3 ml in the evening. Like she's 60 pounds. Like she's not a small dog. She's a big dog. And she hasn't had one of these tremors or one of these mini strokes since December 2024. Like, so she's gone a whole year and a month, you know, nearly a month, you know, without having one of these things. And it's incredible. You know, why is it? I don't know. You know, but I can only put it down to us giving her more juice, helping the medicine do its thing. You know, maybe clearing the arteries, like Roger's been talking about. So, you know, like I love this product. Wouldn't be without it. And I would encourage anybody, like if you're a pet owner, you know, you don't even have to be a pet owner. You just have to have hair and skin. Do you know what I mean? And have a body, you know, and breathe. You know, you can take this stuff yourself. It's just incredible. Why not? You know, in fact, you know, I love the results that my dog was getting. I started using it myself. You know, now my knees don't hurt. You know, I rub it on my teeth. You know, I rub it on my face. I rub it on my eyes. I rub it on my hair. I love this stuff, and it's amazing. And you should try it. You know, there's nothing wrong with trying it. Give it a try and see. What do you say? You know, mix it with your DNA, see what happens. That's all you can do. And you've heard these stories here today, and they're just incredible. They're phenomenal stories. You know, just imagine how it might work for you. You know, what else is what to say? Look, if you're not, you know, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. You know, so if you're in, you know, a bad position and you want to get better and you don't want better, maybe give this a try and see if this makes better for you. You know, like I give it to my dog. It worked like a charm. Right? We now share it with our customers. You know, the results that they get is amazing. It makes a difference. It helps people feel better about something that makes them feel bad. Whether you're mixing it with your dog's DNA, your cat's DNA, your pet's DNA, whatever it is, or whether you're mixing it with your own. You know, so give it a try. I would recommend, and I'm sure Dale's going to get into that, and Roger's going to get into that. But, you know, if you're here for the first time, you know, and you're listening and you're thinking, I think I want to do this. I think I want to find out more. Get back in touch with that person who invited you to this call and ask them what your next steps are, if any. They're going to know what to do, right? But Roger, thank you so much. Thank you, Dale. You know, you're a legend. You know, we love the products, and Dale makes it happen. Do you know, he really, and he makes it happen for everybody. But I want to thank you guys, Dr. Bevin. Incredible results. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, this is an exciting year, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys and being on this journey with you. Thank you so much.
It's very exciting,
right,
guys.
Thank you, Nick. Always appreciate it. Nick and Kate doing such a great job with us in Ireland. Okay. Dale Bonet with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com, then a / type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your website because your name is at the top of the page. So is your phone number, your email. That's where you send people after you've initially told them what you've heard about these incredible products or what you've experienced. And they're able to go online, read the ingredient list, read about SDS, look at the labels on the products, and purchase. They can only purchase from you. They can't buy from us directly. But there's something else they can do. They can listen to testimonials in the back office, of course, but they can join you. At the top right of your website is the word join. For some people, the words give it away. When they click join, they can join our company. Look, we've created a one-of-a-kind product line. Nothing does what UltraMito does. You know that now. Well, we created a company to support it. There's no cost to join MoreMito. There's no monthly fee to be here. Those websites you get, those are free. We don't charge you for the websites to tell people about these products. We don't force you to be on auto ship or to purchase anything, even to participate in the compensation plan. You don't have to be on auto ship. And let me tell you, you're going to love our compensation plan. We hope you get involved because you're going to see it's like nothing you've ever seen before. We don't give compensation once a month or once a week or even once a day. Every time somebody makes a purchase, once you're a verified member with us, we verified your phone and your email to make sure you're a real person. You're going to get compensation instantly. As soon as they buy, your compensation is in your back office. If you joined us as a referring customer, then we pay you in Mito Cash. Use it internally in the company. Pay for your product. Pay for the shipping. Send it to other people in the company. Mito Cash is phenomenal. It's great for folks outside the U.S. because they can purchase product without a change in currency, and tremendously helps them. But you can also upgrade. If you upgrade to a paid rep, that's free. It's done in your back office. You can upgrade, and now you've got cash. You can participate in the Stripe Connectivity, a major ACH system that gets it into your bank account quickly in virtually any country, not just the U.S. Stripe Connectivity. ACHs it to your bank account. You can also send it to your PayPal. Send it to Venmo. Look, we're here to reward you for sharing the message. That's the only way people hear about us. You've got power in your hands with this knowledge. Go change some people's lives. Help their lives be better. Let us pay you for doing it. And we've got a tremendous support team here to help you. The customer service, 509-593-3300. That phone number's at the bottom of all your web pages. Call them. It's staffed 6 days a week. They're answering calls since early this morning on a Saturday. If you don't get a person, that simply means that everybody's on the phone already. Leave a message. We're going to call you back. Nobody does that, and guess what? Even if you call in and hang up, we know you called. We record your phone number. You call in, we know you're out there. We're here to help you. So any questions, give us a call. Let's get moving. We are already on a blistering pace versus this time last year, and last year was an incredible best ever year for us. So let's change lives. Roger, I'm going to turn this back to you. Let me know if I left anything out.
You did great, Dale. I'm going to go back and recap our process. I missed that, and then we'll continue from there. Especially if you're new or you got on the call later, you just need to hear it again. And let me explain once more what we're doing here at MoreMito. Not trying to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases. Why? Because we've got a higher concept, right? You've been hearing all your life, your body's designed to fix and repair itself. Well, how's it going to do that if you've lost half or more of the energy it's running on? That's the problem we're solving. Dr. Elliott created this unique technology can regrow your mitochondria. That would be the part of your cell that produces that energy that your body runs on, okay? That technology he created to do that with is called XDS. It stands for Exponential Delivery System. What's that doing? It's reorganizing the molecules of all those ingredients that you see on our product labels so they can actually not just get in the bloodstream of the cell, they got to get all the way into the mitochondria and make them happen, okay? We do that. And as a result, your body can do everything it's doing way better. I mean, better than we ever imagined it could do, including, in fact, issues like we're talking about today, having to do with how to fix your cholesterol and unblock your arteries and whatnot. Okay? We can do all of that with this unique technology. It's in 3 products, by the way. It's in our product called Restore. Restore is an oil-based product. It's got 2 superfoods at its base. It's got high-quality olive oil that you can't buy at the grocery store, as I said earlier, along with flaxseed oil. These are amazing in and of themselves. We have a total of 44 ingredients to it all together. What's all that doing? Part of them are regrowing mitochondria, that's signaling to your mitochondria to grow, grow, grow. The other part support every organ system you have, your heart, your liver, your brain, your arteries, your heart, like we're talking about today. Isn't that Renew Brain and Body? But Renew Brain and Body, well, the body part of Renew Brain and Body is a different way to regrow mitochondria. Why? Because everything we need to grow back your mitochondria can't be found in one place or in one form. So we have the oil-soluble ones concentrated and restored. We got the water-soluble ones that are in Renew Brain and Body, along with some extra ingredients for your brain, which is critically important, right? Then we have this highly versatile topical gel. It's a cream. You put it on your skin, right? Penetrates to the bone. Highly recommended for anything that affects your scalp, your hair, your skin, any place on your body. I am talking face to feet. If you got a bump, scratch, mole, keloid, scar, whatever, put it on there. But if you also got mobility issues, stuff that causes you to ache and hurt, this is going to be your go-to product, let me tell you, okay? And you can take, say, a teaspoon of that oil we have, that Restore, put it in the Rejuvenate, shake it up, and apply it everywhere on your body. And now you got all 44 of the Restore ingredients hitching a ride with this transdermal XDS package that's in that Rejuvenate. So you're delivering that now right where you're on that knee, on that shoulder, your eyes, right? Even your nose to unblock your sinuses, right? You got some hemorrhoids, check it out, put it back there too. Okay? You won't need that preparation H anymore. Okay? So all of this amazing technology, different products, and its different ways are all restoring mitochondria and nourishing your body in ways to support everything your body's trying to do. Then we package it together. Dan brought that concept with him from Procter & Gamble. So we discounted to you because we want you to get all these. That's why you'll see it arranged in bundles. Yes, you can buy individual ones, but to get the full effect, get a bundle. Our number 1 bundle is a brain and body bundle. You got 1 Restore. comes up with, okay? And then come back after others are done to tell us what your story is. All right, now that said, it's at the beginning of the year, 2026. We got huge plans, right? We are rolling out our mobile marketing system. We got a group of people testing it. We expanded that group to everybody else in the company who wants to download our mobile app, go in your back office. Big time stuff's happening with that. Yeah, let me let you comment on that. You're over there talking to other people in customer service. What are people already saying about how this is impacting them? We're not finished with it yet. It's in beta, right? But what are folks saying so far, Dale?
Roger, the response has been phenomenal so far. They're talking about the videos, and they're talking about the ease in sending testimonials. The fact that the testimonials in this beta test, we put together testimonials based on category. You've got somebody with heart issues, go in your app and text them testimonials to listen to. Listen, other people have come through, and here's how they did it. Just the ease of it. We've had one person just astounded that they can go into their phone. It's a phone app. It also works with your computer, but you can access your library, your database of phone numbers. You want to blast a message to people and change lives. You can do it through your phone. The very little you have to put in. You just have to tell the app what to do. And then here's one of the most important parts. How about knowing that somebody watched your video? How about knowing that somebody looked at your text? The reporting back that is stored in your back office on the computer, by the way, knowing that people have seen it. How powerful is it to call somebody and say, hi, John, I noticed you finally took a look at that testimonial. Wasn't that powerful? How's your heart doing? What a great way to change up how you get this message out and the lives you can change. And it just gets better. Like you said, Roger, this is the test version. We're 80% there. My gosh, what a powerful test version it is already. Download it, use it, test it, share it with people in your family to get to know what other people are going to see. We've given you power like nothing you've seen. And remember how much it costs. It's free. Everything we do is to support you. It cost us a lot. Roger hired additional full-time programmers to make this happen. And gosh sakes, go in and experience it. I kind of like it, Roger.
Absolutely. So we're solving two big problems for you. First of all is, how do you relate the mitochondria story? You just got here, you might not know how to do that. We tell it every time at the beginning of the calls, right? But how does this mitochondria thing affect your health? There's a video in there that tells you how to do that. It will be in the flyer that we send out. You can find it right now if you go to that section that talks about, it'll say opportunity. But in there, you'll hear that, the mitochondria story video by itself. It's also in the flyer as well. So you have that. When we complete it, that's the last piece we're finishing off. You have lots of stuff in there that's going to be coming. You'll be able to send that. It'll tell the mitochondria story for you. And in the meantime, you can just send that upfront video, which is called the mitochondria story. So now people kind of understand how different we are and where we're coming from. And then you have the ability to push to them info, as Dale was saying, from these different sections we set out in the back, and we're populating it by people health related, pet health related. We'll have some stuff talking about opportunity as well. Okay, and then that's also a way for you to let people request info from you. How often are you in a situation where you don't have a card or you don't even have where you don't know what to say, right? So you'll be able to give them your SMS code. All of you have those in your back office. There's instructions for it. If you click that link there that says allow others to request info from you, right? And you can just give them your code. They text to the number, one number for people, one number for pet, and another number we'll build up. We'll put up just for people who want to know more about the company and what kind of opportunity we got, right? So you'll just need to be the messenger, right? If you can press a button, this will work for you, okay? So again, like Dale was saying, we're probably about 80% there right now. In the next week or so, we'll be able to launch this thing live. And in the meantime, you should be downloading it, you should be exercising, you should be working with it and giving us feedback, right? You know the things you notice. shaking out everything, making sure everything works right, and whatnot. So, by all means, just give that a try. And again, 26 is going to be where MoreMito as a company takes this huge leap forward. Bevan on his side, I talked to Bevan about an hour and a half. He was on his way to pick up some more supplies from one of our suppliers. And so we had this long conversation talking about the new product that we're going to come out with you this year. How we've expanded our production facilities. Because that was the only thing I was concerned about. Can we make enough of this stuff? Okay? And Bevan's handled that beautifully. All right? And we don't have to worry about that at all. We are buying, Dale. Dale already knows this. We're making like our Rejuvenate and our Brain and Body in batches of 10,000. Okay? And that's where we're at right now, right? And our production constraints on the Restore, which is a complicated product. It has to all be done in our lab, okay? By 6 times. So we're ready. We're ready for this growth. We're ready to help you tell the story better. So once again, if any of what we're doing here at MoreMito resonates, if you like that company that keeps health on 100 and hype on 0, right? If you like that company that puts your interests first, right? Who's going to reward you like your mama wrote the comp plan, okay? For doing what you do anyway if it was a good movie. You tell somebody else about it, right? You're going to love this company. Affiliate with us. Let's see what we can do together, okay? All right. This recording is going to be up in the back office minutes after, along with all the attachments, so you can learn all that stuff you need to know about the magic oatmeal and all these things we talked about, cholesterol. You're going to be able to see that. But in the meantime, Dale, we are going to get to the hands. Star 5 on your phone or that panel. If you join us via the internet, if you've got a question or a comment, we got hands up. We got more coming. Star 5 on your phone right now. We're going to get to you, okay? So Dale, let's go start with Pete Davis from Portland, Oregon. Let's see what Pete wants to tell us.
All right, Pete, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, this is Pete Davis. Can you hear me?
Yes, Pete.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to report, I've got osteoporosis, and I had blood tests. I wished I had the old ones with me, but at the bottom of the page, it says, your labs look great. Please continue hydroxychlorothioxide. That was a hard one. Which I never did take because on the label, when it said, when I got the bottle, it says for high blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure. If anything, it's low. For the obese guy, that's amazing. But the one thing that was high is my calcium, and I was talking to my acupuncturist about that a couple of days ago, and she said to take K2, vitamin K. Do you agree with that?
Okay, we've got to understand which K we're talking about, right? There's two Ks. The regular K, as I called out earlier, that's what clotting factor. That's not the one. It's K27, which, by the way, we have in the product, and which, by the way, I also take more of. And you should always take the K27, though, in combination with D3. They work opposite each other. The D3 is somewhat bringing calcium in to the bloodstream, and K27 is migrating it to the bones. So you have to have them in balance. I take one that has, you need to take at least 180 micrograms of that K27. I have mine set out that way in my formulation. I may put this in the back office so you can get that on the thing so you can see that too. But also 5,000 units of D3. So that's the only thing. It's a good idea. And as I talked to earlier to you on that part, that calcium is being monitored because it's an important factor in the formation of plaque in your arteries. Okay? And K27 is going to migrate once again out of there and into your bones. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, what I got here, it says the ultimate K2 is all it says. That,
You gotta look for one that also gives you D3 at the same time, so you keep them in balance. Okay.
Okay. And what's product? Of course, I take all the products except for the pet one. Which one do you say to take more of to get the K27 I need?
Okay. Our stuff, you take the bundle, right? So then you got all that, and it has some K27 in it. So you can take more of our stuff and get a better result. But if you want to, you can also take additional K27 with D3 in it. I tell you what I'll do. I will put the version that I use in the announcement section. You know, where it says click here to see more announcements. You can go see all the calls. That's where I'm putting all these links for the YouTube video. I'll put it right there. You'll see the K27 that I use as well, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. All right, thank you.
I just wanted to report that. I don't remember what I keep all these, but I wasn't prepared for this until I was thinking about this. I just thought about it today. But I'm sure that using all these products is what has helped me get a good good lab report, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, like...
It says here my vitamin D should be 71, and it's 30. Its range is 30 to 100, so that's great. I know that was low before.
Yeah. So there's this normalizing effect that regrowing your mitochondria inherently has, I believe, along with the fact that you have all these nutrients in there that your body can now use. Without the regrowing of your mitochondria, upregulating them, you can't even use all the stuff, the good stuff that's in the regular food you eat. You see what I'm saying? Because your cells aren't breathing right. But with this, repair those cell walls, detoxify those cells. You got that voltage right between inner and outer membrane of your cells. Things flow in and out right. Communication between cells is better, so that whatever tissue that cell is in or whatever organ that tissue is in, it's going to work better. And that's what you're experiencing. So thank you for reporting that. Come back and let us know in the future.
I'd like to ask one more question if I can.
Okay.
My cousin and we were playing cribbage the other day and got talking about this stuff. And my cousin and his friend both have to take iron shots because they're low on iron. Does our product help any of that?
I used to have to take.
Overall, regrowing mitochondria is going to make your body work better, but they need to check to see if they don't have some other issues going on that's causing them to have iron loss. For example, if you've got a corrupted gut, if you've got IBS stuff where you're leaking blood, you're going to be losing iron like that, okay? So they need to go to the doctor to get that checked out to make sure that there isn't some underlying cause for it to be low other than they're just not getting enough of it in your diet. Because honestly, iron is not that hard to get in your diet. So if you're low on iron...
They said that, both of them said that their doctors didn't know the reason why they're low.
Wow.
Okay, so then in that instance, you can supplement for the iron. Make sure it's chelated and just bring it up. All right. If they're saying that if you check it out, you can't find anything, that doesn't mean that there's not something there. But at minimum, then go get a good chelated supplement to bring that iron back up. And just be aware of something else. All the people who are hearing this question. If you guzzle green tea, like I did once upon a time, drink about a gallon, it will deplete your iron. I ended up with an iron deficiency behind that. So, again, everything in moderation. And that green tea was also doing some really good stuff, but I was overindulging in it.
Wow.
So, but in any case, I went out and got a supplement to bring that iron back up right away. So that's what I would suggest to them. Okay?
Okay. All right, thank you.
I'll let you go. Super. Thanks. Okay, so let's get that wireless caller from New York. The number is 5. Is that 5830 or 3850?
5830, wireless caller.
So guys, while they're doing that, I had no idea that green tea depletes your iron. And I used to drink a lot of green tea.
Thank you. Someone who was in the hospital, feeding beef with the tube, I told the person, give them the MoreMito cream on the body, different places on the feet. And they reported to me, Anthony reported to me, that the person woke up, their eyes, they couldn't talk, but he asked them if they could understand him blink, and they was able to do that. Long story short, is there any way to get some of this MoreMito in the body so they're being fed through a tube? Because it was helping them. They were astounded at the progress just by rubbing the cream one day. Because before that, they weren't able to.
Yes, and there's a clue in the results they got. Sonia Harris, who's on our evaluation team for the mobile marketing system, her mother has dementia. And she's ordering and won't take it regularly. So Sonia's been going over every day and just putting it on her body. Her mother is just making dramatic progress. So it will come in if you massage it in, like the part they put on their feet that was coming in that way, but you put it all over their body. Maybe with some restore, some rejuvenate, right? And then put it on there, and it will get in like that too. Right? And that's assuming you can't put it directly in the feed. If you can't put it directly in the feeding tube, which a lot of them, they won't let you do it, you can definitely put it on the body directly, and it will definitely have some effect.
Well, thank you. And the other thing quickly is there any reason, Roger, why you say you have 3 products when you got 4 products? Because I know there's so many benefits.
Three people products
that humans can take. That
actually
you got these 4 products, and people need to know that pet product is very beneficial.
Absolutely. We are. If I'm saying 3, I'm misspeaking. Or if Dale's saying 3, we're misspeaking. There are 4. That 4th is really important for the pets, as we hear from Mick every week and all. But the other part of it is people use. You put it in your eye, for example. Take that. It's much milder than a regular kind. Okay, and of course, definitely for benefits for the pets. And it's in fact restored for pets. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out.
Yes, and the last thing, Roger, quickly is I'm hoping, for whatever reason, you know better than I, that your production facility, of the one you have or however you have, that you get one offshore. God bless you, brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So while we get that wireless caller from Seattle, number in the 8.
All right. Wireless caller from Seattle, 8631. I've unmuted you. Give us your name and give us your question. Wireless caller, 8631. You need to unmute.
All right.
And they're not with us.
Or they're not paying attention.
And we'll go talk to Moses Reed.
Moses. Yes, indeed. Moses, go ahead with your question. I've unmuted you.
Yes, I have a question about protein.
Okay.
How much protein do you think a person needs per day?
Okay, there's a number for that, and I would need Dr. Joy to give me a more specific answer than somebody else, but I'm not going to quote it because it's not around on the tip of my tongue. Well, you can Google it and get that answer, I'm pretty sure. Okay? Just Google it.
Okay.
Ask Siri, ask Alexa. They'll tell you. Okay?
All right. Okay, thank you.
That's right. You ask them
All
everything.
right, Moses. Good to hear your voice, buddy. Who's next?
Okay, so while we get right next to Maritza.
Yep. Maritza, Goodall. I probably messed that up.
Goddard.
Give us your last name. Goddard. Okay. I'm going to go.
Thanks for taking my call. I had called last Saturday, and I'm still in need of some help. I was wondering if anyone could be kind enough to reach out to me, because the caller who called from New York, it sounds like it could mirror the situation my sister's ongoing right now, and she's in a rehab place. But I tell you, I went last night, and they did not even have her machine connected for her pig feeding. I was appalled. It's the second time it's happened, so she has lost a lot of weight, and she's a retired military veteran. So I have my own issues right now. I'm visually challenged, so I'm holding on to dear faith that Mito's going to come through for me. Because my son and my eldest, everybody is, what are you waiting so long for? And it's going on 2 years, but I don't have the direction or the clarity of how to use the product. And I would like to buy, I bought a double bundle, so I just got it this week, but I don't know how to apply for my sister, and she's in dire need. So even in my situation, I'm putting my sister first because she's not able to talk, and she's helpless. And nobody seems to care but me. And the good Lord, of course. So I'm just reaching out to see if anybody could help me figure out what to do and how to do it.
So, Marissa, I will make every effort to call you this afternoon, but not later than tomorrow. I'll try to call you first this afternoon, okay?
Thank you so much, Mr. Dr.
All right, I've already taken a screenshot, and I'll be all over it, okay? Thank you.
So she said she bought a double bundle, y'all. So this is one bundle. So she bought 2 of these bundles because they have some major things going on, and she wants to take it seriously.
I don't know. SA, give us your whole name and ask your question. I've unmuted you. SA in Allentown, 6968. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, who are you talking to?
Oh, my name is Aisha. I'm from Pennsylvania. I've been using the bundle for about a month now, and now I'm on my second. I had a question for you. I have very bad hyperpigmentation from acne, and I was using the MoreMito, the balm, every day. But I had a question for you regarding that. Because I have acne, I am prescribed something called adaptoline and clindamycin to put on my face, which really hasn't helped. But I was going to ask, should I put the MoreMito on first, or should I put it on after I put it on my acne medicine?
Okay, so we got to approach this inside and out, okay? First of all, tell me how much Restore and Brain and Body you're taking.
I just got my new package, so I usually take like 3 capsules a day, and then the dropper I usually do 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, and 3 times at night.
Okay, that's great. Okay, I hope that dropper is all the way up to the milliliter line. Okay, in which case it would be, okay, marvelous. Okay, so we got that good. How long you been doing that?
I've been, this will be my second month. I finished my first month supply, so I want to say about 4 to 6 weeks.
Have you noticed any changes at all in your health that you started? Tell me what they are.
I noticed that my skin is getting a little bit better, and also digestion. I suffer with IBS. So when I take, when I take the droppers along with the capsules, it's helping more than what the doctor is prescribing me.
Okay. Now, this is giving me the picture I wanted to have. You got a gut problem. That gut problem is undoubtedly affecting this acne on your skin. Okay?
Yeah.
It's because we got a toxicity situation. But the good news for you is that this mitochondrial approach to repair your gut has been highly effective. We've got Rebecca, who works on our customer service line, works against IBS and everything else that related. We have a clone, okay, acid reflux, all that. It took 7 months, but all of it's gone, and now she eat fruit again, eat fruit and vegetables and stuff. And it started like right away, like you're doing, but it's a process, it's gonna take time, okay? So stay the course of what you're doing. Your body is fixing you, right? But like we say, you know, it's your body, not somebody else's. So your body's fixing those unique things that it's got to do. Now, with respect to how you would use it, the main thing I see with the Rejuvenate, and are you mixing the Restore and the Rejuvenate, or you're just using Rejuvenate by itself?
I'm just using Rejuvenate by itself. That's the bomb, right?
Mix you call it the bomb, it's a cream or gel. Shake it up. Put some of that Restore in there. You'll get it even more enhanced effect. And massage that in your face. How many times a day you put it on so far?
I put it on in the morning. If I take a shower during the afternoon at the gym, then and then also at night.
Okay, 3 times is okay, but I would make it 4, 5, or 6. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So your body's got to rebuild and replace those cells and get those toxins out. So you want to feed it frequently. Carry it with you so you can apply it. In different places that you might be like literally like every time you think about it. And that'll accelerate your progress. But you are making progress. Rejoice and be glad. Okay? And as far as the other stuff is concerned, I think you can probably fix it without it. I'm not going to tell you not to take it, but this problem is starting from how you eat and how you exercise and all of that. That's what this problem is. They're really, most to me, it's like dealing with the symptoms rather than dealing with the root cause, which is what mitochondrial restoration allows you to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Keep it up. You're on the right track.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great question.
Okay, Dale. How about Debbie Christensen in Ohio? That's what Dave should
Debbie,
tell
how
me.
about you? Go ahead with your question.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Great. Good to hear you, Debbie.
Thank you. Awesome show. I don't know that you'll be able to answer this question, but I'm going to ask anyway. I have a girlfriend. We've been friends for almost 30 years. She's very mainstream medicine minded. I've told her about MoreMito. I've asked her to listen to the show. She deals with heart issues. I talk to her every once in a while about the benefits of the products that you offer. How do you convince somebody that this stuff works, or can you?
I'm loving this question. Because when I was traveling last fall and everything, I was listening to what people were saying wherever I was in North Carolina and South Carolina and down in Atlanta. And what I realized was that most people are not telling the mitochondria story first or doing it very well. This is part of why I was inspired to create that video that you'll find in your back office. Have you downloaded the mobile marketing stuff yet to your phone?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay. Go in your back office and under there's a category for it called MoreMito Info. And when you hover over that...
Now, I'm writing this stuff down, okay? MoreMito Info, yeah.
Hover over MoreMito Info. I'm trying to get to you where I can see it at the same time. I got a long...
Thank you.
Wow.
If it's easier for you just to email me after the show is over, because I know there's other callers waiting as well, that I don't care. It's up to you.
Okay, I'm going to do it right now because everybody needs to benefit from it.
Right.
There's lots of folks haven't downloaded it yet. So if you will go there, again, I'm logging in so I can see it. Okay, it says share MoreMito Info. That's third from the right link on the, I'm looking at it on my desktop. It'll be on your mobile phone. It'll be somewhere. Then you got the first link that's customize and share flyers. That's still in construction. Then you'll see one that says share audios, videos, and docs files. Click that one. What will come up is going to be the 3 main categories, which is people health related, pet health related. Notice there's MoreMito opportunity. Click that. Then click it again when it comes up, and you're going to see the mitochondria story. Rebuild your mitochondria, rebuild your life. Okay? That's a video of me telling the mitochondria story. This is what's going to be embedded in the flyer when it's finished. So what that does is, if you start by explaining what we talked about at the beginning of every call, about what mitochondria are, how important they are, and how they work, and how they're related to your health. When you start talking about it with products, right, everybody got products, but why are you going to listen to you? You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's like Bush, when the guy was doing the interview, and the reporter got upset with him, threw a shoe at him. What did Bush do? He ducked. So that's what people are doing. We're not engaging people by making them understand that there's something critical going on in their health that they need to pay attention to. So they get it in place yourself, pay it to her, and then when you find out what a health concern is, what did you say a health concern was? Remind me of that.
I didn't. I believe it's a heart issue, I think. But she doesn't eat right. I mean, there's a whole host of stuff.
Okay. So then, as we build out the documents that are available in there, you can go to health, and you got, what do we got? You got blood sugar, diabetes is there, brain health is there. Heart is one of the categories. Okay, there's a couple of really good things there, so you can send that to, but they got to get his mitochondria story first, so they got context, so they can appreciate, you know, what this technology is doing, right? And then you go there, you select one. I got a couple of slates in there. There'll be more, and that's how you can start doing it. So it's like for most part, we're starting the conversation in the wrong place, and instead of drawing people to us, we're pushing them away by throwing at them random information, so they just duck it.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
Try that. Let's see what happens, okay?
I will. Okay, I'll do some research. Yeah, I need to educate myself more with the website anyway, and all you can do is try, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you guys.
Okay, that was Debbie, right, in Ohio. All right.
Yep.
So let's go and get you in New Jersey.
Judith, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Good afternoon. I would like to know if you could take, my doctor told me I can't take vitamin D, but K2, is K2 in the product I'm taking? And also, can little kids take it, like 4.5 to 3-year-old?
Yes.
I do the drops in the morning along with the lotion. So I'd like to know if kids can also take it.
Yes. You just gotta adjust it for their weight. You know, they're not as big as an adult. But, you know, it's really safe stuff. That's what we call it a high-tech salad dressing. You know, in case of the store. So,
and doesn't have, so my doctor told me, yes, I can't take D. I have the vitamin D with K2 in it. And now she tells me I can't take the K2. I don't know why.
But he told you couldn't take K2?
Yeah, she told me, the doctor said, I can't take the vitamin D with K2. And I said, why? And she said, to get blood clot. She said, vitamin K get blood clot.
Okay. Here's the problem. She has a misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't vitamin K. It is K2.
Mm-hmm.
K is what has to do with blood clots. Mm-hmm. It's a clotting factor. Okay? That's not what K27 is. K27 is what migrates calcium from your arteries to your bones where it's supposed to be, for the most part. Okay? So that's what she's making a mistake.
K have something to do with blood clot. The vitamin I ordered, it said vitamin D along with K2 with it together. But she told me not to take K.
But that K2 that you're talking about is not the K2 that has to do with clots. So you're fine.
So K2 is good to take with vitamin D.
Yeah, I just got through saying that earlier in the call. You want to keep those two in balance. And so that's why that's how I take it.
She probably thought I only doing the K by itself, probably. She must only think I think.
So guys, you see how sometimes you get a misunderstanding. Doctors can confuse you. So she's just a little confused. I used to have blood clots. I was going to an oncologist for that. And my results came after I got on the products. This is the only thing I did different, was get on the products. That's all I did, was get on the products. And my last visit with my oncologist a couple of years ago, he said, you decide whether you want to continue coming. He said, because you don't have to come, because all I'm doing is asking you, are you taking a low dose aspirin daily? And I'm checking your blood. He said, you're doing just fine. So You know, I've got great results after getting on the product. Same thing with going to my cardiologist. So I was going to my cardiologist because of a heart issue. Once the only thing different I had done was gotten on the MoreMito product. So y'all want to get your bundle, go get your brain and body bundle. Send me a message if you need to know how to get it. If you're watching this on Success on Stephanie, the link is in the messages. If you're watching on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, the link is in the messages. It's all about regrowing your mitochondria. Your body can fix itself once you regrow your mitochondria. So we're not in the healing business. We're in the mitochondria business. And when you build your mitochondria back up, your body can fix itself from anything. You know, people keep saying, oh, does it help with this? Does it help with that? It doesn't make a difference what the condition is. You regrow your mitochondria, your body. God designed your body to know how to fix itself from anything.
All the dramatic results they get, right? They got the energy to take advantage of the stuff that's in our formulations, as well as other things that are in your foods you may not be fully benefiting from because your body can't extract it and use it efficiently. Okay?
I only take 1 teaspoon in the morning. Is that okay?
I would split it up, and depending on, of course it's good, right? But depending on what you're addressing, I mean, I have to take more. I'm sure I triple dose every day. You know, I don't have any life ready.
Take 2?
I just got to keep up with all y'all.
So take 2 teaspoons.
So she's talking about how much Restore Oil she takes. The regular dosage is 4 milliliters. 4 milliliters. If you put it in a teaspoon, the teaspoon is almost full. So some people just take a teaspoon. This is a 30-day supply. 1 bottle is a 30-day supply. That's why you heard the other lady say that she got 2 bundles, because she's taking it multiple times a day. If you're taking it multiple times a day, you're going to need more than 1 bundle. But when it's at 4 milliliters, this top right here is 1 milliliter. So you would need 4 of these to equal 1 regular dose of this. Okay? The Restore Oil.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim. Who's next?
John Wakeman, Portland.
All right, John, take it away. I've unmuted you in Portland.
Roger, you've done a fantastic job with that video. It's very tight, succinct, right to the point, and it's short enough to where anybody can take 5 minutes to listen to it. So congratulations, you did a great job. I've already shared it with many people. I've got a work associate that has been diagnosed, and I know that the eye organ has more mitochondria than any other organ. And I've listened to many different testimonies, but he has an inherited disease along with his siblings and other family members that's progressively getting worse. And it's retinitis pigmentosa. And I haven't heard any testimonies regarding that disease.
I have. All of these eye-related things have universally responded well to regrowing mitochondria, because as you just pointed out, eyes have a lot of it. They're designed to, because it takes a lot of energy, particularly in the retina, which is what he's talking about. So I would be excited and encouraged if you would get them on it. Get on the page. We got right on the homepage, not the homepage, but the product page. Go in there and listen to that interview with Dr. Archbishop McCall. I mean, eyes are, we get more positive results reported from eyes probably than anything, just because of that. So, absolutely.
Okay, the other comment I had, Roger, is that it just seems like that as with all the money that insurance companies are going to save with people with not having to pay for hospital visits and major surgeries and that, with all the different ways that insurance companies can save money, it seems like it's just a matter of time before insurance companies are going to start paying for more Mito along with doctors prescribing it.
That would be great.
Well, we can always hope. Mm-hmm. The problem, I think, is this. One of the problems, we got a lot. It's the way the economics or the business aspect of health and wellness is, right? It's driven by drug companies, okay? Who predispose doctors to just using that approach when more effective natural approaches are available, but they're not schooled on it, they're not educated on that. So you're not going to hear it, okay? What we're talking about today is a good example. If you go to Japan, you find out that they have extremely low instances of cardiovascular illnesses, heart attacks, all the stuff we're talking about today. They got a whole lot less of it. Why? They eat differently. And then Dr. Joy was talking in her part, there's like 80-some foods. They tested all of them. They looked at it in terms of what impact did it actually have on your blood flow, on the reduction of the plaque buildup, everything, right? You think that could have been done in the United States? Of course it is. But our drug people aren't going to do that. They're not going to do it. And only a few rebel doctors, like the ones I'm referencing, Javar and this other lady I have back there, are doing it. And Dr. William Lee. There's a few rebel doctors that are using and advocating medicine as food, along with their medications. That's cool. There's some things that medications are great
I'll
for.
leave in Vegas, headed home.
Yeah.
We'll be there in about 3 hours.
Okay?
Somebody needs to mute.
You know, that's why you got to have more of us in the mess up of what we're doing. Okay? All right, John. I think we got an interesting call and everything. I'll let you go. Great talking to you. The girl was already shut you off anyway.
Yeah, because he was leaving Vegas.
Okay, Carol Smith, Columbia, South Carolina.
All right, Carol. Carol, by the way, Roger, we're going to talk to her. You're going to call her later. She has an interesting, amazing story, and we got to get it recorded. But Carol, go ahead with your question.
The question I have, and I'm sorry, I got confused. I was invited to the nutritional program 11, and I called the wrong number. But my grandson was born in January.
It's great to talk. Go ahead.
My grandson was born January the 5th, and they discovered, right after he was born, and he went to the cardiologist this week, he has 3 little holes between his ventricles in the septum. And the doctor said in time it should heal itself, but he actually has a respiratory infection right now. And I was wondering, I had asked someone on the other call, we were waiting for this session, and I'm not sure who I was talking to. I thought I was talking to Dr. Dan, but I don't know who I was talking to.
Dr. Joy. Dr. Joy today.
Oh, well, she had finished her, well, no, it was before she got on there. I was on the call waiting from 11 o'clock until 12. But anyway, do I put the gel on his, can they put the gel on his chest, like put their fingertip in the gel and just rub it on his chest? Would that help his heart and his lungs? The respiratory infection.
Did you tell me that child was just born as an infant?
Yes, just 2 weeks old.
I'm kind of shying away from this, to be honest with you.
Okay. Okay.
That's with complications. I think you got to ride with a doctor for a minute. Okay?
Okay.
Now, once that child gets a bit older and whatnot, I don't think they got to be real old, a couple months from now, right? But I'm concerned that we're talking about a infant who has congenital issues, right? And if that goes badly, I don't want us in the middle of it. Okay?
Exactly, and I don't want to be in the middle of it either. And the doctor said it should heal itself.
Yeah, well, let's let that stabilize first, and then let's talk, all right? Because, let's go strictly with it. I'm not advising you to do anything other than what the doctor said right now, okay?
Yeah, and I felt very hesitant.
So, guys, he's protecting the company in that issue because there are other instances like my grandson when he was first born. he was maybe a week old, and he had gas issues, and I gave him the Restore All. There's a video that shows you I gave him the Restore All. Then there's another video after that where I did with my other grandson. I did that one with Casey. So if you go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie and go in the playlist, you can go down and you can find it. But then I did another video shortly after that, or another episode on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, and I changed clothes. So that one was done right after that. All I did was change clothes. And I was talking about Carter with being hyper, or kids with ADHD, and you'll notice in that video that Casey is asleep. Well, what happened was right after I gave him the Restore All for his gas, it caused him to go to sleep. He was on a schedule where you know, he was eating every 2 hours, so he was not getting a lot of sleep. Because the time I had him, he did not sleep a lot because of that, which was a change for me. But once he got the Restore All in him, it helped him with his gas, and it helped him sleep better. As a matter of fact, my daughter called me after she got, because my daughter were in Vegas. And so after she got back, and she got back to Houston, she called me, she's like, Mom, I don't know what you did to Casey, but last night was the best sleep I've had since he's been here. Because remember, he was only just like a week old. But it did wonders.
And this product, this technology has helped myself, my brother, other people I have referred. I just got my lab results back from my doctor, and for the second time, she's telling me, George, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. All your numbers are perfect. Your blood pressure is perfect. And I told her what I was doing. She said, give me the information. I'm going to look into it. So, again, I want to thank God for you all. My mother got with me this Christmas. She had been dealing with varicose veins, diagnosed with varicose veins, diagnosed with cramps and shoulder pain. I started rubbing it on her, ingrown toe. She's been telling me she's feeling much better. I tell her to just keep applying it, keep applying it. So, again, I thank God for all of you, and I want to also know, do you have, is this connected with Medicare? I do have some elderly people that need the product, that can't afford it. Is there some information I can get for assistance to help people that cannot afford the product?
Well, yeah, get that mobile app on their phone. Give us a week or so to get it finalized, and let's start pumping this out. I mean, the primary reason for this compensation to start with is to make our products more affordable. That's why everything's free. That's like Dale was saying. I mean, I don't know how much money we spend on building this system. I'm sure it's multiple six figures, right? We're not charging anybody for it. So get in here. Get on our calls, learn the message, send this stuff out. We have any number of people, some of them on this call right now, who never pay out of their pocket, but are pocketing it every month. And they buy a lot.
Me.
Okay? So that would be my encouragement.
Roger, that's been a blessing to me, too, because even if you look in my back office, you can see I've used over $600 some dollars and MoreMito cash, I think, and I've been able to bless some people. Just give it to them, put it on them. Someone was on the line was saying, how do I get this in them? One of my relatives, they was really under attack. They didn't even know I was putting it on them. I was praying and anointing, just putting it on them. And then they come back, they got all right. They was like, what happened? And then I told them what I did. I took the drops and put in their drink and gave them their medicine, and I rubbed the cream. And the next thing you know, and that relative just told me, oh, man, I just got back from the doctor. They say my kidney numbers are right, my creatine, everything.
Wow.
So I just thank God for this product and you guys. I do.
Yeah. You can get it on people without them even knowing it.
I got to say, you know,
if y'all have a relative or a good friend or whatever that is having a problem, you know, don't want to take the products, or, you know, or not believing in the product, you can do like she did. She was, you know, she was rubbing on them. She had the product on her hand. So guess what? It got into their body, into their bloodstream, and started helping. So she was using the Restore All, and she used Rejuvenate Gel. So now whether she was using separate together, I don't know. But you can take the Restore All and put it a teaspoon in the Rejuvenate Gel, shake it up, And that make that 44 ingredients that's in here is now added to this, makes it even more potent. Mr. Hill mentioned that earlier, but you know, the main thing is just get it in a person. Get it in a person, because sometimes they don't listen. Get it in there, and you see the results. You see how when she went to the doctor, had great results.
Drops that I put in the cream, like the large container of cream, you just put 3 drops of full.
So I would put 4 or 5 milliliters in there, or just a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teaspoon.
And
Restore.
what about using this for
into here?
These little growths that come up underneath your arms and in the folds of your skin? Will that make those go away?
Anything that's got to do with your skin, you want to massage that mixture in multiple times a day and watch it go away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Ryan Dale.
Yep.
Okay.
I've got a friend who's been diagnosed with ALS, and it's affecting her speech and her swallowing and her breathing. So if they decide to try the product, use the drops, and then I would assume rub the cream around her neck and her chest and whatnot.
I'm going to suggest again a brain and body bundle so you get the full vital effect of having the water soluble, oil soluble, and then the specific way you can deliver it with the rejuvenate that we're already talking about. Get all three. Okay. Brain and body bundle 1.
Okay, I've been using this on my feet and my left knee, and I'm starting to get a little tingling in my feet, and it's not as bad as it was, but it's still there. At least.
So how many times you put it on your feet, Mark? How many times you put it on your feet a day?
I put it on in the morning, and then I put it on right before I climb under the covers.
Okay. And you need to go 4, 5, 6 times is not too many until you get this thing under control. Okay?
Okay.
4, 5, 6 times is not too many. So you just got to go harder.
You can never use too much,
and make
okay?
sure, again, you mix some of that
It's natural.
restorative for best results. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
So,
step it up.
How does this product rejuvenate our dormant stem cells?
Oh, man, I get to talk about stem cells too today? Oh, happy day. Okay? So here's the deal, all right? In the formulation, and this will be very evident from what I'm going to put in the mobile marketing system, we have things in our formulations that have been shown in clinical studies to promote stem cell production. Okay, let's start with that. Let's also address the fact that stem cells, when they come out of the bone marrow, don't have many mitochondria. Why? Because they haven't gotten their assignment yet. They don't know if there's going to be a skin cell, for example, which don't need many mitochondria, or a heart cell, which they need thousands. Okay? They don't have many. Now, so that means that those mitochondria they have are relatively precious. And part of what stem cells do is not just differentiate and become a particular type of cell, they donate some of their mitochondria. So we make all the mitochondria stronger and more numerous, including the ones in stem cell. What did we just do with stem cell functionality? Did we not enhance it? I think so. Okay? So you got that going for you. Now, what is the indication or evidence of this? Every single person that's come with us, Ron Long, goes in for his heart valve replacement. They said it's going to take months. It didn't take months. It took weeks. The man back out throwing bells of hay and stuff. Literally everyone who has reported to us that had a serious operation, accident, or whatever, astonishes their doctors on how quickly they recovered and how dramatic that recovery was. That's what everybody that's selling stem stuff is claiming that stuff's supposed to do, but it's happening here. Right? So that is just an amazing product for restoring mitochondria. As a function of what we have to do that anyway, you get some amazing stem cell performance. Okay?
If you're just not joining us, we are speaking on mitochondria and how to build your mitochondria up. When you build your mitochondria, your body can fix itself from anything. So get this knowledge on how to build your mitochondria up.
Okay. All right, thanks, Mark. Let's go get Shirley Starkey, Philadelphia.
All right, Shirley, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody in the MoreMito family. I'm replying to the caller who was asking about retinitis pigmentosus, and I am one of those people who have the retinitis pigmentosis.
Okay.
And I've been I bought the bundle. I've been on it for this make my second package. So I say 2 months. My second bundle, I'm sorry.
You've been on it for 2 months.
I've been on it for 2 months. My husband's helping me.
Okay.
But I just want to say that it's working for me. My peripheral vision has gotten better. And I'm looking forward to my sight getting even more better.
Yeah. A little better. And it doesn't have to be the blues. Okay?
Right.
Dan's are watching the movie, More Better Blues. Okay, for everybody else who didn't get that. Okay.
So I encourage everybody to get the MoreMito bundle and give it time, and it will heal whatever's going on with you.
Absolutely. More mitochondria accelerates healing everywhere. And thank you for sharing that. That was so important.
You're welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
And your coach is doing a good job. Okay, your husband in the background. Okay. All right. So how about Patty Sanders in El Paso, Texas?
All right, Patty, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hey, good morning. I'm actually in College Station today. Normally I'm in San Antonio, but today I'm in College Station.
Okay.
My question is I have a possible herniated disc. I'm still waiting on getting an MRI, but yesterday I drove from San Antonio to College Station to go see my chiropractor to get an adjustment because the chiropractor in San Antonio didn't want to approach it until I had an MRI. So I just went to my regular person. But my question is they did some therapy to kind of loosen up the muscles, and I don't remember the name of the machine. It wasn't the electronic machine. It was some type of pulse machine that kind of helps break up and loosens the muscles. But it's like when those pulses were going through, I could feel that vibration kind of go up to my head. So my question is that I started seeing these floaters in my eye. It stimulated some type of floaters in my eye. And so, I went to Google and it's talking about, possible retina detachment or something else. But I'm hoping it's just temporary from that therapy that I received, and it's not going to keep, I'm not going to keep seeing these little black wiggly lines floating around. Would the Petlife help to restore this, or should I just proceed with going to the ophthalmologist to make sure I don't have some type of retinal detachment or something?
Okay, let me respond. I would not overreact to that.
Okay.
You're getting floaters because your eyes are breaking down, but that happens with age. Now, what fixes that is, in our case, we're talking about regrowing your mitochondria, so all your repair functions are going to get stronger and speed up. It'll start doing that. So it's very common for people to tell us that the floaters went away. So if it vibrated, some of that stuff loose, fine. Your body is trying to fix it right now. Take some more restore and fix it faster. And if you want to specifically put some Petlife in your eye, that's fine too. Okay? Just stay with it. That's all.
I've been taking the Restore, and I have the, what's the pill one again? I've been taking the
Brain and body.
And then I've been using the gel. I've been rubbing the gel on my back, my stomach, and I actually also rub it on my eyes anyway. But this just kind of came out of the blue after that treatment, and it kind of freaked me out, especially since I'm 3 hours from home.
Okay, so I think you're gonna be okay, Patty. Just turn it up, do it frequent. I just put some Restore Rejuvenate mixture on my eyelids just now as we were speaking. Do that multiple times a day until you can get something to put in your eye. The Restore is pretty strong. You can try it if you want to. But Petlife will be milder, but you may not need any of it. If you just keep going and maybe just turn up your overall, because your body's trying to fix everything everywhere, right? So take some more.
Yeah, unfortunately, I forgot my Restore, so I won't be able to go back on my Restore until Monday. But I'm so sad that I forgot it. But I do have the gel.
Okay, well go for it. Go ahead and put that gel on there. Let's go.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All right. Benjamin Whitlaw, Columbus, Mississippi.
Benjamin, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Well, it's actually Lynn, his wife. I have a question. I'm kind of piggybacking on the lady that asked about putting the gel on my 2-week-old. This is an adult with prolapsed mitral valve.
Yeah.
Is it okay to rub it on the chest area too?
Yes, now.
As well as doing the Restore.
Yeah, we do actually have that. I have done interviews with people who have that situation. Now, a prolapse valve, that valve is kind of protruding up farther than it should. And sometimes it doesn't make a good feel, when your heart is beating. And regrowing mitochondria with our approach, right? What we've seen from other people with that is that got better. Okay? Just, use it frequently. If you want to use more of it, it'd probably be helpful. Okay? That's what I would say.
Okay. Just like rubbing it on. I'm doing the Restore and the Brain and Body.
Yeah, I'm talking about do the regular thing internally with Restore Brain and Body, and then Rejuvenate outside. So you got the whole inside-outside strategy working together. And I'm going to freely admit, I have no idea why this works. Okay, because you put this stuff on your chest, it seems to me like in order to affect, that heart valve, it's got to get through the chest wall and all of that. But, I'm not as smart as God.
Okay.
Good answer.
Thank you
answer,
so
because
much.
God knows it all.
All righty. Great having you on.
Yes, it was. Who's next?
Martha, up in Canada.
All right, Martha.
Ontario.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon. I you know what, I like the mitochondria story, and this person was speaking to you earlier. You guys just talked about it because a lot of people, what's happening is that they've been through so many different products, and so we don't want to tell people about products. We want to tell them about the mitochondria, and so they're more involved in their health issues. And so they know what to do rather than saying, I'm going to take a product, I'm going to take care of my mitochondria. And I find that I'm going to have about 5 or 6 people lined up right now who are so interested in the mitochondria story. And so, I find that's great. So, so that my only problem with this story is that it wasn't my idea. Because I'm telling you, it is great. I was supposed to be me that came up with it, But I also have a couple of things. South Africa. We are doing South Africa?
We're doing everywhere that they don't care where it is. You'll send it.
Okay. So we just do a regular, just do the regular stuff on the proper shipping address and home address and so forth, right?
Yeah, let me let you respond to that, Dale, because you tell them about the mail and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone can just order it like normal. You put it through like it's a normal order. Put them into the company. That's important. And order from their back office. And we ship all over the world, including many African nations.
Okay. I just want to be clear, because I know for me in Canada, I don't have a shipping address that comes straight to me. So I'm thinking that they would have a shipping address. Would they have to register to a shipper?
No. Good question. Great question. Either way works. We've got people that use the intermediary, typically out of Florida, as you mentioned, these shipping companies. But we're also, when they want us to, we're shipping straight to Uganda, we're shipping straight to Ireland, we're shipping straight to Denmark. It's however they want to do it. It's a little longer, but really, it's just fine for us to ship direct to them.
Okay, because I know I ship to my people in UK, in England, I ship directly to them, and they get it just fine in less than a week. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So my last thing is I have a friend of mine, her aunt, with colon cancer to the point she's down to 90 pounds. She's bleeding. And I said, listen, guys, you need to get her on this thing because they're not really doing anything. They're doing blood transfusion now once a week. So they're just basically waiting for her to die. And I said, listen, give her the chance. I said, even if she died, let her not die kicking and screaming in pain. So I offered to give them my products now. I don't have any extras left. So I said, I'll give you, and I'll stay without. I'll give you my stuff. But they haven't come yet, so I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Well,
But I tell them for the colon cancer, make sure you put some of that combination of the Restore and the Rejuvenate in the navel. Number one.
Give the refer them to the cancer call that we did.
Yeah.
The people that's waiting on me to die, one of these days will not be disappointed. But in the meantime, we keep rolling with the Mito. And no telling how long that's going to be.
That's right.
So that's what I would say to anybody.
Build that mitochondria up to help your body live longer. It's getting healthier.
Keep it going in Canada.
Okay, let's try that one more guy at the top. Seattle one more time.
Okay, wireless caller, your number ends in 8631. Give us your name and ask your question. Wireless caller.
Make a noise.
We heard you clear your throat. Are you there?
Okay, so
we
did Benjamin Whitlaw?
Yes, we did.
Okay, a brief comment before we go.
Edward Man.
Edward Man.
Fantastic. Edward, I have unmuted you. Go ahead.
Well, I remember somebody saying that you do not have to get on these calls in order to be involved with this company unless you want to be successful. And I haven't missed a call. They're so exciting. This is like the greatest research project we're doing, whether you know it or not. And we're getting back tests from doctors that are looking at this and saying, wait a second, if my patient is experiencing this, maybe I should, kind of look into this. And it's happening everywhere. This is, for my father, I mean, imagine in your 97th year, and he's out dancing. Now, Roger, you know he had bone on his knees 17 years ago in New York, 18 years ago. He says that after 14 months, and it's been over 3 years now, he could go out dancing with no cane, no nothing. 2 to 3 times a week, not sit down after the first dance. Able to dance every dance, and I got the videos of him dancing, my friend saying, I want to be able to be like that when I'm his age. Yeah, but you got to look at things now. You got to get involved in learning now. So this is exciting. And your new tools that you just put out, and with the program, everybody's got to spend a few minutes learning. Education is what we need, the truth, and work from there. And these tools are going to make a difference, okay?
They are. Thank you, Edward. That was a highly qualified brief comment. Thank you, sir. Okay. All right. So let me wrap it up right here. So I'm so happy that you stayed with us to the end. You're the very best part of MoreMito. These calls are the way they are by popular demand. You know, people said, we have all these questions, so we stay here and answer them. You don't have to stay if you don't want to, but hundreds of you do every week. And we're impressed
how you get
by
that knowledge.
We're appreciative for that. And we thank you for giving us the opportunity to participate in your wellness journey. You know who we are. Health on 100, hype on 0. That's not going to change. Dale Bonet, you get the last comment.
Thank you. Listen, everybody, you are about to do a generational change financially and health-wise. They're going to affect generations of your family. Go download the app. Spend some time with it. Interact with it. Look at how it interacts with your own back office. And stand by. We're about to change the world. We'll see you all again Monday night. Back to you, Roger.
All right. We'll see you next time. This is going up in the next 15 minutes. Go get this. Go listen to those videos. Go read those articles about your health. You need this. We delivered it for you, and it was all for free. All right. See you next time, which will be Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, and so on for the other time zones. We're going to
7:55 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday. So, guys, I hope that y'all enjoyed learning how to fix what was the title? How you can fix your body from cholesterol, blockage, etc. So if you missed part of it, you can go back. You can catch it on. I went live on Facebook. So you can go on my page on Facebook under Stephanie Kennedy Alford, and it's there. You can go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie and not only see this episode, but, you know, several other episodes of our conference call, as well as information on several different ailments. If you go on our playlist, it breaks it down. Or you can go on Success on Stephanie. I went live on there as well. So we hope that you were encouraged. We hope that you got some knowledge. We hope that you're intrigued to get your mitochondria strong, that your body can fix itself. If somebody else invited you, you want to always get back with the person that invited you. Otherwise, if you saw it from one of my social media sites, then you want to go to moremito.com /S Alford. You can click join, then refer customer, and then put in your information to create your free customer website. It'll ask for you to create a username, password, put in your name, address, phone number, and click submit, and your free customer website is up just like that. As y'all heard Mr. Hill say, he does a lot of things for free because he wants you to be healthy and he wants you to be successful. So he eats the cost on a lot of that because this is a different type of company. As you can see, we're not trying to heal people of things like other companies. They, you know, they have products where they try to heal people of things, right? Well, we're not trying to heal you of anything because we do things a better way. We help you build your mitochondria up because we know once you build your mitochondria, if those of y'all that know what mitochondria is, it's the powerhouse of your cells. So once you build your mitochondria up, your body already knows how to fix itself. So again, we're in the mitochondria business. You want to create that free customer website so that you can order your brain and body bundle, which is the brain and body capsules. This is a 30-day supply, 2 a day. Your Restore All, this is a 30-day supply, and your Rejuvenate Gel. Now, as y'all heard, some people take, they order more than one bundle because they take it more than once a day. You can never take too much. You can order as many bundles as you want. So, on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, you go on the playlist. There's also a video showing you how to order. You can get in touch with me if you need to know how to order as well. I'm here to assist because we want to help as many people as possible get healthy, right? You also heard how this is in several countries. We will ship anywhere. It doesn't make a difference where you live. Like the lady was asking about, I think she said South Africa, right? It doesn't make a difference where. We want to get as many people healthy as possible, so we ship all over. I love that about this company. There's so many different things that I love about this company. But again, it helped me with my situation where I was taking 18 to 20 different medications. You know, doctors had me on some of everything, and I no longer take those medications. You know, I no longer go to the cardiologist, to the oncologist, or I was going to so many different doctors, y'all. I was going to doctors for my migraines. Then I started going to neurologist because the medicine was not taking my migraines away, right? I lived many, many years in pain, a lot of pain. You know, I learned to tolerate pain and be able to, you know, go on with my daily routine in pain. When it would get to the level where I couldn't stand it anymore, then I would go to the hospital, get a shot, and it would bring it back down to I could tolerate, right? What a way to live, right? And the doctors had me thinking that I was going to live that way for the rest of my life. But guess what? MoreMito came into my life, and I love it because it helped me with several things. There was multiple things the doctors told me I would never be able to do, or this was certain things was going to be my lifestyle. That is not true. So guys, you can't listen to the doctors on everything, okay? Sometimes you have to do your own research because doctors don't know everything, okay? Those of y'all that know my youngest daughter, Kishana, she's in her 20s. Well, doctors told me I'd never have another child. Guess what? I have Kishana, okay? And she is doing fine. So, again, doctors do not know everything, okay? So, get back with the person that referred you, or, you know, you could go to my website and create your free customer website because you had to be referred. And then you want to order your Brain and Body Bundle. So, again, my website, I gave y'all the other one, but the one where you go straight, you don't even have to click join. If you go to moremito.com/joining/S Alford /2. So that's HHTPS :/MoreMito MoreMito.joining/JOINING/SALFORD/2. So again, we're here to help you, and we want to know, you know, what your ailments are. Then we want to know, you know, we want to hear your story. Once you get on the product, we want to know how you are before, and we want to know how you are once you get on the product. We get amazing stories. I had a lady that she just got our product. I don't think she's even had it a week. And then she called me and told me, she said, well, one of the things I know, it definitely helped me with my energy. She was like, my energy level is off the chain now, right? So I've experienced that. I've had times where I had to make myself stop working and go to sleep because I had so much energy. So, you know, that energy level, if you need a boost in that energy level, especially if you guys are in sports. If you're in sports, you need this product. You need this product. Whether you're in Little League, whether you're in the pros, you need these products to help your body. Because playing sports does a lot with your body. I know I play sports. My kids play sports. My grandkids are now playing sports. And, you know, I've learned so much, even, you know, just by getting on these calls. I like to say knowledge is power, right? I get on the calls and I've gotten so much knowledge. You know, I didn't even know, like boxing, they get a lot of concussions, right? Well, guess what? We had somebody that used to be a boxer, and he shared that he was experiencing dementia because of having the concussions, right? So I'm sure there's some of y'all that's probably listening to me now didn't know that, you know, some of those things can happen. Well, it can. You know, some of these sports, boxing, football is a contact sport, right? So we've had, you know, people that play football, and they've shared a lot of things that they're experiencing. You know, I'm talking about sports, but I'm gonna change it real quick. If you drive a truck drivers, I have several truck drivers that complain about their back or their knees from getting up and down in the truck, or from, you know, that truck bouncing, you know, as you're driving it. I said their backs, their knees, fatigue, it's just a lot of things, right? And we've had a lot of them that, you know, got on the product. I had one got on the product in November, and in less than an hour was already seeing some results. And I'm gonna do an episode later on that whole conversation with him, because I'm gonna share what he saw in less than an hour. I will share what he saw, what he experienced the next morning, etc. Because he shared a lot of things. So you owe it to yourself to get on the product. You owe it to your friends, your family, your pets. As you can see, our pets use Petlife. Our Petlife is It's the Restore Oil minus the citrus and something else in here that pets can't have. And then they put the Petlife label. That's why you hear them talking about, oh, should I put the Petlife in my eyes? Because it's just missing 2 ingredients and put the Petlife label. So it's not just for pets. It's, you know, humans use this. Because when you put this in your eyes, do you get great results? You do. But because it has the citrus and whatever that other ingredient is, it stings when your eyes open. After you close your eyes, then, you know, it takes that oxygen or whatever away, and the stinging will go away. Some people don't even want to experience that, so they just get the Petlife and you know, use that in their eyes. And so they do get relief with that. But I will tell you, you're going to get even more relief by using the Restore Oil. So, again, I'm not going to go on and on and on. Y'all go to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. Make sure you like, share, and follow us, you know, on all 3, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Success on Stephanie, or whether it's Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. But definitely go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie and go to our playlist and, you know, look through the different ailments, because I'm sure you're going to find ailments that you have. You're going to find ailments that other friends and family have, and you can forward those episodes to them, because our goal is to get as many people possible healthy by building their mitochondria up. And we hope that you've enjoyed it. Y'all have a wonderful one.